Greetings, my wonderful business besties out there. It is Dr. Shay. I hope that you all are enjoying your wonderful business journey. Today, we wanted to hop on and give you a quick pro tip tied into the 5 C's of credit. So let's get into it. I'm also going to throw in one additional one on the list that's brand new that we want to make sure that everybody is aware of. Some quick housekeeping tied into funding opportunities. Be mindful that if you are seeking funding, there are some things that you definitely want to consider. Make sure that your credit score, in most cases 660 on the lower end, is at a good amount. When we say that, we want it to be higher, so 700s, 800s, preferably when we're talking about funding. Also, be mindful too that you want to be aware of where your finances stand when we talk about your checking, your savings for your actual business. They may also talk to you about collateral, and quite a few of your traditional banking institutions will also ask for you to have 10 to 20% of the owner's ask. So we wanted to make sure that we added those little caveats out there so that you knew about them beforehand. So first one on the list, and in no specific order, let's talk about character. So character ties into you as the owner being able to demonstrate that you can be responsible in your actions when it comes to handling money. So they will check over previous financial records. They'll check over what we like to call the business health as a whole, any other opportunities that you may have tied into your business. So they're going to do a little research and digging. So be prepared for that. Also, be mindful that they may ask you about capital. So, in other words, what have you personally invested into the company? So many times with startups, they're seeking funding and they're, I guess you could say, surprised when they get asked how much are they going to invest. Remember, it's your baby. And if you do not invest in it, why would anyone else? So please make sure you're mindful that C, capital, plays an integral role. Condition. What is the purpose of the loan? So, in other words, why are you actually seeking funding in the first place? What is your ask? So many times when we work with clients, particularly reviewing business plans, one of the big things that we notice is quite a few of them never mention the dollar amount, A, that they're seeking, and then B, what are they going to do with the funding if they are actually granted it? So make sure you're mindful of the conditions. So, in other words, what is the purpose of the loan? Capacity. How do you plan to actually repay the loan if you actually receive it? So, what is your capacity? What does that look like? Be mindful, you cannot use a loan to repay a loan. So, that's where the capital component, the other C that I mentioned earlier, that component plays an integral role tying into capacity, right? Because this is going to let them know you have funding sitting in a checking or a savings account that if there is a hiccup, say for instance, you have to shutter your doors for a month, right? So no revenue is coming in. You do have some cash that you can possibly use to keep that payment going for that month and not miss it. So capacity is important. Collateral. Depending on the type of loan and the size of the loan, as well as your credit history, they may ask you for a type of collateral. Collateral is a guarantee and a security that's attached to your repayment. It can possibly be equipment such as a computer, cell phone, cameras, any type of tech gadget. Some cases it will be something extreme. I've heard of people utilizing their homes. Would not recommend it, but I have heard of that before. So collateral is one of the C's of credit. And then this new one to the list is communication. This ties into you as a business owner, making sure that you are communicating to your actual financial advisor, the financial lending house on a regular basis. And this includes if you are approved as well as if you are not approved for the potential loan. So the conversation, if you are not approved, should be, okay, well, I'm not approved, but can you tell me what I can do over the next 6 months to get me to where I can potentially be approved, right? When I apply again. For those of you all who are approved, the conversation would be, hey, can you make sure that we know any information about potential training opportunities to keep us on board with what we need to do to stay in good standing with our funding options. Also, you may run into a situation where there's a hiccup revolving around your business, and maybe you may be a little bit late on a payment. That communication window has already been built, so they're going to be quicker to respond. So, we're happy to have that last C added to the list. All right, my business besties, I hope that you enjoyed this quick pro tip of these wonderful 5 C's of credit, which now has ballooned into 6 C's of credit. Definitely make sure you save this one, and we wish you all the very best on your business journey. Take care.